Hi, good afternoon. My name is Jerry Rinnell, and I'm excited to be your new language teacher in South Korea. I'm 23 years old. I am from Los Angeles, California, but I've lived in Houston, Texas for a majority of my life. I attended University of Houston, and I graduated this past spring in a double major in political science and psychology, along with a special interest in international relations. Throughout my college career, I've been very driven and I took the most classes and the most opportunities for myself. I learned Korean while studying abroad in Seoul, South Korea. In fall of 2016, I attended Gukmin Daehakyu and I fell in love with my study abroad experience. I love the Korean food, the culture. I'm getting a hold of the language, but I will learn again. I made many Korean friends and I do keep in touch with a lot of them. Throughout my study abroad experience, I had wonderful opportunities to study the culture and to be an international student because that's interesting when you have many international friends, but you yourself are not an international student. So I felt what they had in their shoes, and it was an experience I will not forget. I fell in love with the Korean culture, and I want to return and give back to the community by being an English teacher as thanks for giving them what they can in that short period of time. Throughout my college career, I did learn Korean. I learned a little bit of Japanese from my internship at the Japan America Society of Houston. I speak Spanish. My mother is Mexican. She is from Guadalajara, Mexico. My dad's from Louisiana, so I speak both English and Spanish at home and also in my workplace. Because we live in Houston, Texas, one of the most diverse cities, it is essential to speak a second language, whether it be Spanish, Hindu, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, or Russian, whatever you can name. Having a second language is imperative. Without it, you'd be okay, but you'd have an edge over the competition, per se. That's why I believe students should have the opportunity to learn a second language. And being an English teacher abroad, especially in South Korea, is an opportunity I can give back to the Korean community and to help students develop their skills for their success. Throughout my college career, I actually worked at CVS Pharmacy. This November, it would be 5 years with them. I started at 18 and I will continue until I can. But I learned so many skills. I am adaptive. I can multitask like no one's business, answer a phone call, fill a prescription, and help the next person at the counter. I also am the inventory specialist, so I manage a lot of the inventory, ordering, supplying. I send out a lot of medications as well, and I order specialty medications. I work with doctors' offices and other patients within the community so I can help serve their needs. I've been blessed to have lots of responsibility and develop a lot of skills for myself, and I think that will translate into being an English teacher as well. Throughout my educational experience in middle school, high school, even college, I've always been tutoring on the side. In high school, I was in part of academic decathlon, so I studied like no one's business, and I succeeded. We were fourth in the state after many dropouts, but we were successful with a small team. I helped students tutor them in high school with English and history subjects, and that translated again in college when I would help students write their essays, edit them, help them develop skills in studying or work with the history, whatever they needed to help succeed in their class or at their next exam. I did this again in Seoul, South Korea when I studied abroad in Gukmin. I helped Korean students develop their English and Spanish skills, creating conversations, helping them focus on their study skills, and I have created relationships that even today are still there. I talk with a lot of my Korean friends and I'm excited to see them again. But more importantly, I'm excited to be an English teacher at your school. I believe I have the skill set to succeed and help your students succeed. I'm adaptive, I'm empathetic, I'm confident, but I'm hardworking, and I know students, they have their own skills strengths and weaknesses, and a teacher must recognize both the strengths and the weaknesses for the students to succeed, whether it be one-on-one, group work. Every student can succeed in their own way, and so a teacher must be adaptive to that. I believe I have a skill sets for that, and I'm excited to teach abroad at your school. Thank you, and I hope you would consider me for your position. Have a good rest of your day.